Chapter 6, In the City. As Jack stands center stage, clearly in shock at the musical mix-up, he waves frantically from the wings, trying to get his attention. Jack, say something! He locks eyes with you, and immediately his horror shifts to a charismatic smile. I'm gonna start things off a little differently tonight. Give my talented backup band the spotlight to start. Take it away, guys. Jack nods to his guitarist before heading for the wings, and without missing a beat, the musicians launch a diversion. Thanks, Jack. I'm Joey G, giving you a little sampling at guitar. This tune should be familiar to some of you. The second Jack's out of view, he plows through a group of engineers, double-checking the equipment and charges straight to you. What happened? I should be asking you. You weren't even close to matching the music. Like that was a coincidence. Excuse me? Look, Estrella, I get we're at war, but sabotaging a show isn't part of the deal. The music's off limits, always. I had nothing to do with this. Like, do I really need to remind you that my career is tied to your success? Flag down a nearby engineer mid-sprint, catching him by the arm. What the hell, Jorge? Is this some engineer flub? Yeah, the band started playing, but the house track was playing something else. We were told you to approve this new set list. I made the changes this morning and triple check like always. New set list? That sounds like songs were arranged in a random mashup. I didn't approve that. Neither did I. It's clear to me that someone's screwing with us. And I fully intend to figure out who, but now's not the time to start pointing fingers. It's time to get to work. I can multitask. I'm sure you can, but what you need to do right now is instead learn the mashup before the crowd gets fed up and the band solos. Can you do that? You want me to learn a random mashup of my songs in ways I've never performed them before in literal seconds? There's no way. Not to mention the band takes their cue from Jack. Unless he absolutely nails this, they won't be able to keep up. Then we'll just have to scrap the house music and compose a new set list. Or get me an earpiece with a line of both Jack and the band. On it. You want to explain what's happening? I'm going to be calling the new set list in your ear. It'll be on the fly, so if we don't want this to be a mess, we'll need to work together. Why do I get the feeling that work together you really mean Jack must obey my every word? Jorge returns with the connected earpieces. He ducks behind you to help secure the battery pack, and you look Jack squarely in the eye. Look, I know listening's not your strong suit. The show depends on it, whether you like it or not. As you fight back a satisfied grin, Jack steps close, the tension between you rising as his fingers graze the space behind your ear under the guise of adjusting the new earpiece. You really do love bossing me around, don't you? You can get me back later. There's plenty of tour ahead of us, and I kinda got to give in to your demands if I expect to run a smooth ship. You are the star, after all. You know, I think I might just take you up on that. Jack's hands move to trace the earpiece wire down your neck and upper back, and it's all it takes to ignore the warmth that stirs inside of you. You gonna take the stage anytime soon? Your fans are waiting. Is that your official edict? After all, you're the one who's supposed to be telling me what to do. You're in control, Estrella. Your skin tingles under his attention, shooting a thrill through you as he draws lower and you can't help the moistening between your thighs. You say that, but everything you're doing right now feels like a bold-faced attempt to show me how not under my control you are. Tell me to stop, and I will. But you haven't yet, which is interesting considering your insistence on keeping things professional. The teasing lilt in his voice only grows as he lowers the volume to a whisper. It's almost like you like me or something. Don't get ahead of yourself. You're my client, nothing more. Before the words are even fully out of your mouth, Jack drops his hand, slowly but firmly palming your ass. Heart racing, you gasp. Mm-hmm. Right. All set? And just a friendly reminder, the band can hear you. Ray's voice shocks you back to reality, and as you jump away, you look out onto the stage to see the band winding down their solos. Right. You'd better get out there and listen for my calls, and please remember, I know, you're in charge. And with every nerve on fire, you feel anything but. Still, you ignore Jack's knowing grin and gesture to the stage. Good luck. Now, let's get you out there to kick some ass. Jack tosses you a cheeky salute, and as he takes the stage to a powerful applause, you adjust your earpiece. Okay, guys, I'm calling the shots. We need to make up for lost time. Let's start with things out with a bang. You roll through your mental catalog of Jack's music, and suddenly the perfect track comes to mind. I should pick slow and steady, get the crowd hyped. No reason to be shy. Let's get a little nasty with drama. Even under the blinding light, Jack's eyes find you as he thrusts his hip to the aggressive drum hits. Oh boy. They all ask Jack, where you been? I'm in the streets, going out again. With every thrust, the crowd goes wild. I know the music doesn't match the lyrics, don't at me. And as he dances, you catch Jack watching you, the motion in his hips seemingly for your benefit. Save the nasty for the audience. You're too busy trying to give it to me. You're giving them PG. Jack takes your advice in stride, pressing himself as he prowls to the edge of the stage. Outstretching his hands, reach for him. He reaches back. Little did they know I'm seeing you under the cover of night. I'm rocking your body right, 'cause no one else will do. Damn, am I the drama? Damn, I might be the drama. Oh well, guess I'm the drama, but it's all worth it to keep you. Oh, Jack, I love you! Great crowd work. Now get back to center stage before she thinks she can come... You don't get to finish the sentence before Jack helps the girl up next to him. On stage, damn it, Jack, you need to get rid of her. But instead he takes her hands in his and trace down the planes of his body. His eyes look locked firmly on you. It isn't hard to see what the crowd sees in him, to imagine you're the one he's pressing his body against. Well played, Jack. Jorge's voice breaks your reverie. We're coming up on the next song. What's next? Okay, Jack, wrap it up. I got a new song coming at you. Later, Jack reaches the final verse after bringing the house down, and as he comes running off stage, you reveal the grin on his face. Looks like I should take control more often. Clearly, you were inspired. Or we got lucky. Luck is for people who are bad at their jobs. We got this in the bag. Listen to the crowd. He gestures towards the stage where the crowd chants his name. But before Jack can respond, the lights go low and a hush falls over the crowd. Thank you! So you're ready for your one and only main attraction! You watch from the wings as Veronica makes a dramatic entrance from underneath the stage, and the audience immediately changes their tune. Fur! 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 What the... You turn to see Jack yank off his mic, and instantly your heart sinks. Jack, wait. Don't let her ruin your win. It was an incredible performance. I can't be here right now, not around her. He storms off, but as he slips into his dressing room, he slams the door shut behind him. Later, after Verse is sad, you poke your head into his dressing room to find him sulking at his vanity. Jack, I have someone here who would like to meet you properly. You mind? You meet your gaze with a scowl in the mirror's reflection, only perking up when he notices the fan at your side. Of course not. I've always got time for my fans. Oh my god, I can't believe it's really you! As she squeals at your side, you give her a nudge. Why don't you tell Jack what you told me, Julia? Being up on that stage with you was the highlight of my night. I'll never forget it as long as I live. Maybe longer. You turn to Jack, expecting the praise to lighten his mood, but he just smiles back at the woman politely. Thanks for making all this possible. Your support means the world. Jack hands her a signed vinyl, but as soon as she's gone, he sighs and puts his head in his hands. See? You came to a Ver show, and the memory she's leaving with is you. Isn't that great? Yeah, fantastic. But the night was far from perfect, Estrella. You know it, and so do I. Okay. So, do I have to prove tonight was a win? I've sung your praises, I've brought in a fan who's over the moon for you. I'm out of ideas, so why don't you tell me what you want and I'll do it? I'd like you to go back in time and not change my set list to have me standing on stage like an idiot, but since that's not an option... Seriously, for the last time, I'm not the one who pulled the switcheroo with your set list. Don't worry, I'll get over it. Before long, I'll even find it funny. He climbs out of his chair and stalks closer until he's only a breath away, and your heart races, your eyes finding his lips as he speaks. But like you, I take my craft seriously, so I promise you I will get even. Jack! Before he can finish, a woman slips in. Jack takes a step back, turning his full attention to her. Perfect timing. Photo or autograph? Actually, I'm here to make your dreams come true, not the other way around. She hands Jack a business card, and you snatch it from his fingertips. There's just a single phone number on it. What is this? It's an invitation to a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Depravity. Depravity? Is this some sort of club, or is this a gig? Far from it, it's a discreet members-only adult play place. We specialize in helping our guests explore past their ill limitations. Oh, hell no. We're not interested. But as you start to hand the card back, Jack snatches it from your hand and dials the number. Speak for yourself. Jack, no. Gene and Mr. Deacon will have my head if they found out that you went to a place like this. They don't dictate my life, and as I just proved out on stage, neither do you. I can do whatever I want, whenever I want, like it or not. The line picks up. After a quick confirmation, Jack ends the call and heads for the door with a grin. My car's pulling up now. I told you I'd get even, Estrella. Mission set list revenge starts now. Wait! You chase him outside to find a black limo parked in front. The driver, dressed in leather bondage gear, opens the door with a mischievous grin. Your fantasy awaits, Mr. Kennedy. Whoa, 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 whoa. He's not going anywhere. You throw your body into the door's opening, but Jack just comes closer, backing you nearly into the body of the car itself. Give me one good reason why I shouldn't. Because the press. I said a good reason. He draws even closer, and as your eyes flicker to his lips, you watch as he wets the lower one with the tip of his tongue. Fine, how about... I am literally begging you not to. You heave a shaky sigh, letting your voice go soft. Please, Jack? Jack lets out a low moan, so slight you're sure you weren't meant to hear it. You have no idea what that does to me. Still, depravity awaits. Jack grips your waist, chefing you just far enough to climb into the back of the limo, immediately claim the seat next to him. Fine, but if you're going, I'm going. Someone has to keep an eye on you. The more the merrier. Care for a little bubbly? He reaches for a bottle of champagne sitting on ice and pops the cork without even trying. But as he hands you a glass, you wave him off. I'm not here to have a good time, Jack. I'm here to make sure you don't ruin both of our careers, so no, I don't want any bubbly. Suit yourself, but you're probably gonna wish you had one when we get there. After all, if my hotel party was too much for you, I can only imagine how uncomfortable you're gonna be at a club like this. Wait, you think I don't like to party? I only played RA to protect your image. I can handle whatever this club has to offer. No, you can't. Most people who are vanilla can. In that case, I'm pretty sure that box is for us. He tips his glass to a gift box sitting near you, and you lift the lid. Inside is a leather harness for Jack, and a strappy bodysuit and trench coat for you. We get a trench coat? Oh, I'm beginning to sense a theme here. You gotta look the part to play the game. So what's it gonna be, Estrella? Wait, where's the trench coat? Do whips and chains excite you? Why, certainly they do. Just not by Pixelberry standards. You lay out the bodysuit, suddenly aware of Jack's burning gaze. Do you really expect me to get dressed here and now in a limo? Why not? The windows are tinted, the driver can't see us, but you could always wait until we get to the club. I'm sure someone there would appreciate the free show. I, for one, don't see the point in waiting. You watch brazenly as Jack slips his shirt off, zeroing in on his exposed abs, muscles, and flexing as he flings it aside. You hand him the harness and leather shorts. Your uniform for the evening. One sec. He unbuttons his jeans, shimming his way out of his denim so tight it nearly drags his underwear down with him. Careful, you almost flashed me. Like you'd mind. You haven't taken your eyes off me since I started. He slips on the shorts and pulls them up, drawing your eyes to his thick thighs and impressive bulge. As he shoulders into the harness, he looks at you expectingly. I guess it's my turn. I should make undressing a challenge, a show. A challenge, I don't understand that one. Let's do it. You remove your blouse, toss it on the seat in front of you. Changed your mind about the privacy? Don't need it if I'm gonna wear this thing. You're going to see all you need anyway. Have at it. He raises a brow, intrigued, but as you confidently wiggle your way out of your bottoms, his gaze dips, searing everywhere it lands. It feels good to finally get out of these clothes. It feels better seeing you out of them. You climb into the bodysuit, your skin on fire. Let me get that zipper for you. I can manage. You reach back to grasp the zipper, but the limo turns onto a long driveway, sending you into his lap. Oh. He catches you, eyes scanning over your partially nude body. He leans in, and for a brief moment you suspect he's about to kiss you. Instead, he fastens one of the clasps you've missed. There, now you're ready to rock and roll. As the limo comes to a stop, you slip out of Jack's lap and quickly pull on the trench coat. You're wondering when that would come in handy. The driver opens your door in front of an inconspicuous building, but before you can head inside, a bouncer stops you in your tracks. Phones. Excuse me? He points to a shelf on the interior wall lined with dozens of phones tucked away in cubby holes. No cell phones allowed inside. You pull out your phone and gag at the sight of all your unread emails from Jean marked urgent. Crap, it's Jean. I need to... Go. Come on, Estrella. I knew you'd bail before the night was up, but not even making a past check-in? Jack shoots you a smug look, raising his eyebrows, and immediately you fork your phone over to the bouncer. I'm not going anywhere, so why don't you lead the way? Follow Jack in and find a mix of strip club / circus with the performer essentially contorting their bodies for the audience. Nude servers lay flat on tables, food strategically covering their bodies as guests and their partners to lighten the spread. Wow, so this is how the other half lives. I should focus on the performers. On stage, a man wraps himself around a pole, leg up behind his head, while the woman folds into a perfect horizontal split to entertain the guests at the front of the stage. I can definitely see how being able to stretch like that far would be useful here. Jack gives you a look over and searching for a hint of uncertainty. I know I gave you a hard time, but I was teasing. You can leave at any time. It's okay to reach your threshold. The quiet concern warms you, and you meet his cautious gaze, casting aside any doubts with a confident smile. Nice try, but I'm not going anywhere until you do. You remove your trench coat, revealing your every curve, and you watch as any retort Jack has dies on his tongue. You might have only come to spite me, but now we're here until I say otherwise. Unless the wild child of Pop is all talk and no action. You wait to beat as his gaze finally makes the long journey back up to meet yours. As good as you look, I can give you plenty of action. We'll see. In that case, how about a game of chicken? We'll each experience all the club has to offer, me testing your limits, you testing mine. Until one of us begs for mercy. Listen, even Deadpool, during International Women's Day, had a limit. If you watch that movie, you'll understand. If you didn't, you should watch that movie. If anyone begs, it's gonna be you. You swipe a dollop of whipped cream from one of the servers. Now be a good boy, and eat this off my neck or chest. Neck. You tilt your head to the side, smearing the whipped cream at your pulse point as Jack draws closer. After all, when in Rome, right? I'm so glad you said that. His hands find your waist, caressing you as his body melts against yours, and your lips part as his graze your skin with a whisper. Because you have no idea how long I've wanted to do this. And what's taking you so long is not gonna lick itself. Yes, ma'am. With that, he brings his tongue to your neck, lapping up the whipped cream and the long, teasing licks that send a chill racing up your spine. He kisses your neck, biting at the pulse point, and you cling to him, pulling him even closer after the cream's long gone. Yes. Reluctantly, he pulls back, breathless, panting, his eyes dark and lustful. Anything else you want me to put in my mouth while I'm at it? The invitation hangs in the air, but before you can answer, the swift smack of a leather on skin rings from a nearby room. Wait, what is that? Curiosity getting the better of you. You lead Jack inside to find a room with high ceilings and rope hanging from the rafters. Your eyes are drawn to the riding crops displayed in their case, and you cautiously pick one up. I could use one of these while on tour. No time like the present. Jack turns and presses his hands to the walls. Perfectly plump ass, yours for the taking. It makes me giggle. How does it feel being this vulnerable, knowing your ass is literally mine? You trace each cheek with the leather, feeling a surge of power well up within you. He draws in a short breath as he glances at you over his shoulder, and the look in his eyes is so powerful, so intimate, nearly brings you to your knees. Just saying, we're gonna have to cut this short because of YouTube here soon. Honestly, I prefer there's a peace of mind that comes with knowing someone else is responsible for getting you to your greatest pleasure. Yeah, I'm gonna put it back. I'm not sure I'm ready for that. He drops his hands, turning to face you with a shrug. You don't have to be. It's not for everybody, and that's okay. As you ease the crop back into the case, a woman approaches. Welcome to the playroom. I'm the dungeon mistress, here to help you explore the bounds of role-playing suspension. But before we get into that, do you have a safe word? I think we may need to start with what a safe word is. Jack nods his head at you pointedly, and you balk. Excuse you. I party more than you think I do. Definitely enough to know what a safe word is, a code used to communicate a boundary. Okay, so you know what it is, but do you have one? Of course. Pineapple. That's the safe word that Pixelberry's put in her. Pineapple! You know what? Pineapple it is. Good to know. Very. If you want to play to stop for any reason at all, just say pineapple. Now. The mistress brings you to an unused area of the playroom and produces several different kinds and sizes of ropes. Rope play is also known as shibari or kinbaku. It's a common play style, but must be done safely. The mistress teaches you how to perform a safety check, then gathers 2 different lengths of rope from her wall. We'll begin with the sailmaker's whipping, checking in with our partner often. Do you have a preference who'll be bottom? Bottoming? She means being tied up. I'm comfortable tying and being tied, so we can do whatever you want, Estrella. Just tell me what you want. I prefer to be in control. I like seeing the look in my partner's eyes when I surprise them with something they never saw coming. And I like being the focus of attention and nothing to worry about except what I'm told. Oh, so now you want me to tell you what to do. The pleasure isn't in the telling, Estrella. It's in knowing you have the power to get me to do whatever you want. You turn to the mistress with your arms outstretched, ready to accept the rope. Then it looks like I'm your girl. Very well, let's begin. Bit by bit, the mistress walks you through both various knots, correcting your technique before allowing you to guide Jack's hands behind his back. You form the knot around his wrists, the way the mistress shows you, and pull it taut. He responds by drawing a sharp breath. Too tight? You quickly work to loosen him, but he shakes you off, his gaze dark and intense. Don't. It hurts just the way I like it. It looks like you two have got the hang of things. I'll leave you to your play. As she leaves, Jack turns to you, mischief in his eyes. As fun as it is, I'm wondering if we should raise the stakes. Make a little game out of it. You're familiar with Hangman? The paper game, of course, but don't tell me we came all this way to a club to play with stick figures. Yep. I like that. Not quite. His fingers find the skin of his wrists where he was tied, rubbing wistfully at the marks. But then his eyes meet yours, they're dark and wanting. The way I play it, whoever's topping picks a word. Whoever's bottom has to guess the letters. The guesser gets a new part of their body tied up for every wrong letter. Interesting. Game ends when the word is guessed or the guesser is completely tied up. You interested? He steps closer, closing the gap between the two of you, and you can't help but feel powerful as you revel in this undone state, this raw need hovering just below the surface. Game on. There's just one question. Pineapple. So you're telling me any word would appear right there? I'm just asking for a friend. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know some of you want this, a few of you that watch, but pineapple because of YouTube. Immediately, he backs off, drawing a deep breath to cool himself down. Within seconds, all trace of the incident is gone. I'm sorry, it's not that I felt unsafe, I just... Hey, you don't ever have to explain yourself when you use a safe word, are you okay? His eyes never leave yours, and though he clearly wants to reach out to soothe you, he maintains a safe distance, giving you your space. Also, his hands are tied, so you know. But it's the concern in his voice that warms you. Despite everything, you can't help but feel safe in his presence, and it's that aspect that draws you near into his embrace. Almost. I just need one thing. Grip the back of his neck and pull him into a passionate kiss, savoring the taste of him and the feel of his body against yours. For a moment, he doesn't react. But as you start to pull back, he comes alive, surging forward and pressing you roughly against the wall behind you. Finally. He claims your mouth with his pierced tongue plunging deep to taste you as you hook your leg around his waist and grind against him. Your hands are everywhere, gripping, stroking, teasing, urging him closer until you can't tell where you end and he begins. Until suddenly the mistress taps you on the shoulder. Reluctantly, you and Jack pull apart, breathless. I'm so sorry to interrupt, but your phone has been going off, and we can't get it to stop. You hand you your phone, and you find its alarm blaring, notifying you of some overdue task Gene assigned. But as you input your code to turn it off, your stomach drops. Oh my god. What? That noise is an alert for the tour bus departure. According to this, they left for Denver 15 minutes ago. Oh, well, that'll be fun. Quickly flash! Run! Anyway, without further ado, thanks for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Hand down the description. Plenty of ways to support, plenty of things to check out, and ways to become more a part of this community. Then also consider the join and thanks features that are on the channel. Be greatly appreciated if you would like to support, especially figuring I purchase VIP, do all the voicing and everything else, narrating and whatnot, when literally and figuratively no other content creator in 80 million other creators does what I do. Just think about that. Also the fact that I've been covering choices for over 6 years. So anyway, yeah, no, if you actually enjoy the content that I do, it'd be greatly appreciated if you support it. Aside from that, yeah, no, you know, I have to watch what I put on this channel, in terms of YouTube, because they get all angry, okay? They haven't got their freak on in quite some time. There's probably one person watching right now who works from YouTube going, listen, if you cross a threshold, we will not hesitate to get rid of your video. And I know, Mr. YouTube person and or Mrs. YouTube person, you identify as a Chihuahua. Now shut the hell up and stop watching my video. Anyway, seriously, they're relentless little buggers who just won't leave this channel, among other channels, alone. But however, if you know, prey on children, for instance, they'll leave you alone. It's weird how YouTube is. Anyway, with that being said, I love your beautiful faces. Thank you all for once again for watching. I am kind of enjoying this at the same time. I did enjoy the fact that, you know, every once in a blue moon, Pixelberry will touch on this subject that does intrigue some minds. And they get it right. I'll at least offer that. They do get it right. Which is shocking. Roleplay can be a little bit of fun. It's more of a... it's not a beginner thing, though. Not a beginner thing. Roleplay is something that, just to give you a disclaimer, is something that's more intermittent to advanced in you know, the whole scene. Because it is something that, you know, can come with risk. It actually does come with risk and complete submission of the person that is being tied up and roped and whatnot. So yeah, keep that in mind. It may seem a little intimidating or whatnot. It probably isn't for you. Take things slow, especially when going into the darkness of your desires. However, do enjoy, because it can be fun. Thanks again for watching. Catch you all later. Peace out.